I am now in the back row of the Maextro V800. It's your legs. These shoes, this car really lives up to the words noble, distinguished. Are you satisfied now? So today, let's take a look together and see if this car has the potential to make cars like the Lexus LM no longer require a 30,000 markup in the future. The car's length is just a tiny bit short of 5.5 meters. With a wheelbase of 3430, moreover, it's not that tall and narrow style. The overall sense of volume is still very large. When we make an MPV, what we want is exactly that feeling of stepping out of the car and being the center of attention, isn't it? This car can definitely achieve that to the fullest. How does everyone feel about this front face? This large logo is so big that it's basically as long as my face. And inside it, it uses this textured craftsmanship with diffuse reflection lighting, and the outside is three-dimensional. The 4 crystal horizontal daytime running lights elongate the entire width of our front face, so it makes this car actually not half too strong of a typical MPV visual feel. Then, the vertically placed Galaxy headlights are also a dual million-pixel, full-color projection headlight. Actually, from this front face right now, we can foresee the appearance of the future Maextro SUV. This car is surprisingly one that I think has quite a high appearance value within the Harmony Intelligent Mobility Alliance HIMA. My babies who agree with me can type a 1. How does this taillight feel? Have you never seen it before? This taillight is currently a full-color screen. Look, after this Phoenix flies away, this blank appearance is exactly how it looks after we park the car. Then it coordinates with 3 single crystal red lights to form an integrated light strip. Then its overall rear design. Let's experience the trunk. Is everyone satisfied with the depth of this trunk? First of all, here are 2 small chrome hooks, so you can set up a net bag and tie me up inside. And additionally, over here there is a storage space with a sliding armrest. With a depth of about 15 centimeters or so, you can hide some random miscellaneous things in it. Below, there is a storage space that opens up. On these 2 sides, facing each other, are 2 hidden small hooks with a 3-kilogram capacity. Lights. And then over here are the functional buttons to control our seat folding and so on. And over here there is a cigarette lighter socket. This design is quite good. Actually, this cover is just a very ordinary plastic cover. But because it's a cigarette lighter socket, doesn't it emit light? So after you put it on, oh my, it looks just like frosted crystal. It looks very exquisite. But actually, its cost is still quite cheap. Then with these 2 holes on top, you can attach a hook up there, and we can hang clothes on it later. How about it? Is everyone satisfied with this trunk? Oh, another thing is that my currently sunken space. When you fold down the 3rd row seats, this seat folds down into my position. It can fold completely flat, so actually, you can possess a perfectly flat trunk space. And of course, this trunk can also be opened through various miscellaneous ways, as well as with 1 button from this position. Large disc wheels, monoblock wheels. Currently, this car offers you 4 types of wheels to choose from, but I think the large disc wheels have the right flavor. Or changing to those multi-spoke ones to emphasize a sense of luxury and grand style is also okay. Then all 4 wheel designs are equipped with this suspendable wheel center cap. Using Michelin E Primacy tires, focusing primarily on comfort. For the color of this car, I chose a black and gold color scheme that I personally prefer. Because I feel that for an MPV, black still has a bit more of an imposing presence, or white. Also, look at its chrome decorations. The entire car window, the entire door handles, rear view mirrors, sensor components, and the lower waistline. Combined with this large disc wheel, it brings the whole car together like a piece of clothing embellished with jewelry. It just looks quite nice. The armrest. Did you see? The faint light is this diffuse reflection type. It's just that the lights outside are relatively strong now, so you can't really tell. Actually, on this car, in terms of lighting, light carpets, etc., are all present. It's just that because it's quite bright right now, we can't see them. For appearance, from 1 to 5, bosses, please give a score. After scoring, please get in the car. Getting into the back row of this car, what is everyone's first impression? My first impression is, why doesn't this car have a 4-seat version? Because its overall transmission of this sense of luxury really makes you feel that this should be a 4-seat version to be more distinguished than. But currently this car is still a 7-seat MPV version. And at the same time, it also doesn't have a physical partition in the middle to separate you, because it still has to accommodate many family needs. But later on, it might release a 4-seat version with a partition. We will talk about this later. The comfort and spaciousness of these 2 seats perform quite well. You can tell just by looking at this seat. The layer of cowhide on top is made to feel relatively soft and relaxed. So when you lie back, this softness is very much present. Then the support underneath is good. It's not that style where it just immediately collapses softly when you go down. And look at its leg rest. It's designed like this. So it makes you feel that the overall tactile sensation of your whole body will indeed be softer than many MPVs. Then the other aspects of this seat are just truly authentic and proper. First of all, over here is a screen that can be opened. And through this screen, we can complete the left and right controls on this car. This small screen cannot be picked up. Then over here with one press, this is your cup holder. Then with one button, we can directly turn this car into privacy mode. Our sunshades close. And then our front partition and also our rear partition will all close electrically. Like before, normally you would either have a Starlight headliner or a panoramic canopy, right? Now it equates to this car pioneering an openable Starlight headliner. And not only can it open, but the starry sky on it can also be OTA updated or DIYD by you. For example, I am a Scorpio. I don't know what zodiac sign you are. Then your zodiac sign can directly shine right above your head. Next time when you are chatting with someone, you don't talk about serious business with the boss. You say, "Hey, Boss Jow, what zodiac sign are you?" "Oh, I am an Aquarius." Then right now you immediately say, "Xiao Yi, Xiao Yi." Open Aquarius and bam, your Aquarius comes right up. Just tell me, isn't Boss Zhao's emotional value maxed out by you at this moment? Isn't the deal sealed immediately? So this is a hidden function, but I just made this up. Later on, I think it would be better for them to OTA a zodiac sign feature. And additionally for this entire back row space, I don't know what everyone notices at first glance. Did anyone see this light? What I like the most in this entire car is this light. This is a wall lamp on the C-pillar. It is made of crystal. There are a total of 24 crystal locations in the whole car, and these are 2 of them, facing each other. It very much has that feeling of wall lamps at home. I think it's quite beautiful. And additionally, right now all the lights inside our car are gesture controlled. Here is a position for a movable water bar. Opening this, you can see it is currently a coffee capsule machine. So it can support us in making coffee and making tea in the car. I don't know if everyone thinks this function is useful or not. And at the same time, this screen can be clicked to pop out. Right, everyone is very familiar with this. Once it pops out, you have a dedicated hot water drinking bar. I wonder if everyone is worried that if you can directly dispense hot water and tea water in the car, it will get very dirty. Well, this one is also self-cleaning. You don't need to wash it. It has a self-cleaning system inside itself. Then below here is your hot and cold box. Along with your entire bar counter, it forms a water bar system. I don't know if everyone is satisfied with this water bar. Then on this side of your seat, there are only 2 buttons. One button is to open our privacy mode, and another button is the acoustic shield. To scramble your sound with the acoustic shield, so the front can't hear clearly what you are saying. Oh my, it's totally fine for you and Boss Zhao to share some secrets in the back. Now, like the features in some of the higher-end models of HIMA that we knew before, such as gestures, these color-changing windows. etc. light chasing. These cars all have them. I've turned off this acoustic shield. One privacy and one acoustic shield. These two physical buttons are provided directly to you at this position and also including this position on your door panel. So what it conveys to you is that your privacy is definitely still the most important. Then above that is the switch button for our car door. The color of this interior is a brownish interior. At the same time, the wood it uses is all solid wood. It's this walnut wood, I suppose. We don't know much about wood either. Friends who understand it can type it in the comments. In short, its selection of wood material is made according to the selection of our vehicle's interior color. It is quite beautiful. It has a little bit of that old luxury vibe. Our entire seat here, opening this side, is your quite excellent small tray table 1 fold, 2 folds, and then this third fold I like too much. This third fold is an incredibly huge makeup mirror. You can adjust it at various angles. A small makeup table for girls or a computer desk for corporate slaves are both fine over here. Our seat adjustment buttons are all made of crystal. Then here it also gives you a small storage partition afterwards. You can open our zero gravity seat with one click. Like its leg rest, using a word to describe it that isn't very high class. It is especially plump and squishy. You know what I mean? So when it touches your leg, it feels exceptionally soft and it's very wide. The area of this leg rest, I think, should be the widest leg rest I have seen so far. It's a bit like a large cushion. Just that kind of feeling. Right now, this is the most comfortable and enjoyable state of this car. Oh my height with shoes on is about 1.75 meters. You all can get a sense of it. If you are a 1.85 meter boy sitting in this back row, actually your legs can also be laid completely flat. But if your height is a bit taller, this leg rest might be slightly a little bit short, because it just happens to catch right above my ankle. Then over here are some physical buttons for your third row: ventilation, heating, massage, and crystal adjustment buttons, as well as a Type-C port. So you can actually use this Type-C port of the third row. And here you can also directly pull down the third row's sunshade. This sense of space is really quite good. Over here is a button you can press to adjust the position of this second row seat. Did you notice how this seat moves? It moves by folding outward. We are currently a 7-seat car, but just now you saw our 2 armrests were in a relatively close side-by-side state, right? Then how do people pass through to the third row? It is because when the 2 seats push forward, they don't move straight. They move like this. They move in an outward splayed shape. So it will make way for the aisle as much as possible, allowing you to pass through to the third row in such a state. In addition, this car also has a particularly interesting feature. Just look here. Then how do people pass through to the third row? It is because when the 2 seats push forward, they don't move straight. They move like this. They move in an outward splayed shape. So it will make way for the aisle as much as possible, allowing you to pass through to the third row in such a state. In addition, this car also has a particularly interesting feature. Just look here. First of all, this is a very comfortable large wool floor mat. But this is not the main point. The main point is that underneath your comfortable large wool floor mat, there is a ding electric shoe storage curtain. It means you can directly pick up your shoes and place them inside, just like this feeling. How about it? Isn't this quite excellent? Then do you all feel that pressing this feels particularly just not elegant enough? You say, how can I press it? Right? This actually should also be supported by gesture functions later on. But they haven't figured out exactly what gesture to use yet. Everyone can give a suggestion. For example, you can ding ding and then it pops up. Or you draw a circle and it pops up. Anything is fine. Moreover, in this position, it also gives you a very exquisite shoehorn. It equates to you having a whole series of operational processes. Like when you get in the car, you feel, wow, my feet are so tired. Then you take them off and directly press to put them down. Then when you put them on, you press to pick it up. Of course, I don't use a shoehorn, but you can also just hold it, pull it, and then insert it, completing a relaxed shoe-changing task. So speaking of the entire back row of this car right now, have you all seen whether there are many features that we haven't seen on MPVs before? Because for an MPV, the main thing is looking at the sense of distinction zone and experience of the back row. So after experiencing it, do you all feel that this car is qualified as a millionaire MB MPV? Let's take a simple look at the feeling of the driver's seat. Over here is a super large boarding pedal, including all your pedals actually. They are this kind of aluminum alloy. So the sense of luxury it gives to this driver's seat feeling, I think is quite on point. Then including over here, it's all this kind of bright chrome. The steering wheel is a two-tone wood-spliced one. It equates to its entire outer ring being solid wood, and then it's coated with a bright finish. It gives a feeling that the driver is also very noble. And over here, it's all solid wood. In addition, these crystal components on our car are exactly the same as those on the Maextro V800. And these chrome decorative parts are also bling bling. Then at this position, it has a door closing button. Ding, huh? Oh, this is not the button for closing the door. This is a button specifically just for opening this door over here. Right at this position, you can open and close. Then the position for your rear door is here. Like, why make a fastest button for opening the front passenger door? I haven't quite figured this out. Our car here has range extender power, an 896-line LiDAR, a total of 40 sensor components on the whole car, and uses the tooling Longsing platform. At the same time, this car will also utilize an 800-volt fully active suspension. Whether an MPV with active suspension will have a different experience when riding in it, we will wait until the test drive next time to bring everyone to experience it. So I wonder, after everyone finishes watching the static review of this car, do you feel there is still a necessity nowadays to pay a premium to buy car models like the Alphard and LM? Well, lastly, thank you everyone for watching this video. I am Yesheng11. See you next time.